At your local high school football game, you may be shouting, "Go Eagles" or "Go Tigers," but if you follow other Utah teams, you soon notice people cheering for more unique mascots like, I don't know, beet-diggers? My next guest was, like the rest of us, wondering how some of our state's more out-of-the-box mascots came to be. This is Hannah Murdock. She works for Deseret News, and she's here to clue us in. It's great to have you, Hannah.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
So what sent you down this path of researching mascots?
Well, I was having a conversation with some coworkers, and we were just talking about what high school we went to, our mascots, and I went to Lone Peak, and they're the Knights, and I was kind of curious, like, why are we even called the Knights? And so I just started doing some digging. It turned out not to be that interesting of a story for the Knights. The students just voted for it, but it led me down a rabbit hole to looking at all the other interesting mascots that are around in Utah.
Yeah, so in your case, it was just a vote.
Yeah.
The Knights won.
Yes.
But in other cases, there's kind of some unique history here. I think it's such a smart angle to take on as we're all kind of putting on our school colors come football season.
It's the time, yeah.
This time of year. I mentioned the beet-diggers. Why did Jordan High School choose that mascot?
Well, when the high school was founded, the farming industry around there really kind of affected their decision to choose it because a lot of students actually farmed sugar beets. So it's really interesting because for a while, students actually got 2 weeks off in the fall for school because most of them were out farming and harvesting sugar beets. So the name stuck, the mascot stuck, but unfortunately, students don't get the 2 weeks off anymore. So
no fall hiatus for the harvest. But that is, I think, a mascot, though unique. It's one to be proud of, especially when you know the history.
Yes, they should bring the tradition back.
I agree. We vote for that. Is the story behind the Lehigh Pioneers as obvious as it seems?
Kind of. So it's a kind of obvious leap that it's named after the LDS pioneers that settled the city in the early 1900s. But what a lot of people actually don't know is that when it was first founded, the mascot was a wolverine, and people apparently thought that it was too ferocious or violent for a mascot, and so they petitioned to change it. They went to the seagulls. Students didn't like it because it was kind of boring, I guess. So then we landed on pioneers, and that's what it's been.
Okay, that is quite the ride. From wolverines to seagulls to pioneers.
Yes.
Definitely less fierce than a wolverine.
Well, less fierce, but interesting. Yeah.
Interesting, stalwart, a lot to respect there as well.
Yes, not a lot of people are pioneers.
Right. Let's go north, Hannah. Davis darts. Where did that come from?
So Davis darts, it comes from the urban legend of the mascot is a football player. He was so fast he looked like a dart, apparently. But the mascot was kind of a cartoonish figure. He was a circle, kind of a blob with a spike coming out of its head.
Okay.
And they kept that until people actually broke into the locker room, and these vandals destroyed the mascot costume. Oh no. And so they had to make a new one, and in the process they rebranded it to the Dart Man, which is he's a gladiator. So now we have the Davis Dart Man.
Davis Dart Man.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a follow-up for you.
Yes.
I was a box elder B.
Yes.
Colors are purple and white.
Okay.
Rumor is, I don't know if this is true, and I don't know who we'd ask, but rumor is Royals, that the high schools were built and dedicated on the same day. The legend has it the envelopes were mixed up because Royals are black and yellow.
Interesting.
Box elder Bs are purple and white. How did that happen? Hannah, can you return and report?
I'll come back. I'll let you know.
All right, really quickly, Ben Lomond, the mascot at Ben Lomond. Tell us the background there.
Okay, so this high school is in Ogden, and they are the Fighting Scots, which is really fun. They're named after the Scottish settlers that settled the area. Okay. And they saw the mountain peak, at this peak in the Wasatch Mountains, and it reminded them of a peak in Scotland called Ben Lomond. And so they then named the high school after the mountain peak, and that's where we get the Fighting Scots.
Oh, this is fun. I think it's a fun topic. There are 5 more unique mascots that you can learn about in Hannah's story. How can we read it?
Go to Deseret.com, and you can find the story there.
Great topic.
Thank you.
Great research. Great article. We'll link you from our website so you can check that out on Deseret.com. Nice to meet you, Hannah.
Nice to meet you too.